alliplast from outside of the joints, okay? What happens is, if we pull polyethylene over this and then we start to attach the joints, we've got this like, I don't know, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, depending on how thick your alliplast is, gapping between the joint, or where the joint's supposed to go, and the polyethylene, okay? This joint gets attached directly to the polyethylene. So if we don't take that off of there, then we're not gonna have what we need, okay? So what we're gonna do, since I didn't get great, I did not get great vacuum around the joint, I'm gonna cut this. I'll just cut it here. So I got myself a sharp blade because this stuff doesn't cut well if it's not sharp. So I'm going to turn this. What I'm going to do is kind of push around this and figure out exactly where that joint is, and then I'm going to cut straight down. Okay? So here's my joint. All right, so if you guys want to come check it out. Now, had I gotten better vacuum, this would have been a lot nicer and a lot cleaner, okay? But that's what we want, okay? We want that dummy to show, all right? Like I said, had I got better vacuum, so it looked a lot different. So even though it pops up a little bit, once I heat that polyethylene up and put it on top of there, it's just gonna push all that down and push it where it's supposed to go, fill those voids. That one's a little better, a little cleaner. So I've got those there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my staple gun and I'm gonna staple right around, if I had the trough, okay? I'd staple right on the edge of that, not where your trim lines are, okay? I'm gonna show you guys real quick on Colleen's. Your trim lines are not gonna be like a typical AFO where they come up here, and then come down. They're gonna come out wide, and they're going straight down along that trough, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? So for those that can't see it over here, it's coming here. It is coming straight down all the way out, okay? So when we staple, we're actually gonna staple it up here, right at the edge, okay? I'm not gonna put it on the trough because that's in the trim lines, all right?
So the trim line for the trough.
Can I get another staple gun or more staples? So I'm gonna take my blade again. I'm gonna cut all that excess off on the anterior trim line.
I have to take up
I'm gonna leave this on here just because it gives me, I'll cut this excess off down here, but I'm gonna leave the alliplast on there just because it gives it a little extra to make sure I get vacuum. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, so next step, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this with adhesive. Okay, what I'm not gonna do is spray it with adhesive without a garbage can underneath and get sticky adhesive all over the floor. Okay, so I take it off. This one's not been used before, so the stream should be pretty good. Okay, and I'm just gonna, a light coating of it. Then I'm going to take stockinette. Where'd that extra stockinette go?
We put it right on top.
Some people spray it, some people don't. Personal preference. I just want to make sure this stuff sticks. Okay? I don't want this separating on the patient at all. I'm gonna pull this out. Tape. Staple this down again. Then, once I stick this up here again, I'm going to measure for my polyethylene, which I already know is 13 by 24. So I'm going to go cut myself a piece of 13 by 24 polyethylene, put it in the oven. It is getting no transfer paper. Polyethylene tends to have the transfer paper stick to it. Okay, it gets too hot too quick. So I'm not going to do any transfer paper on it. But then I'm going to pull the polyethylene over this. Okay, so I turn the temperature down to 350, so it should heat up pretty nicely. And then I'll have you guys come back over here to watch that demo once it's complete. Okay, any questions on this section? I'm not going to now spray this nylon again because nylon is made out, it has plastic particles in it. So once that polyethylene heats up and we stick it to this, the nylon's going to stick to this automatically. We just wanted adhesive to make sure it all sticks together. Okay?